Let's go to the hotline and let's talk to one of the most talked about men in Texas, the new head coach of the Southlake Carroll Dragons. We're joined by Coach Riley Dodge. Coach, how are you?
Doing good, guys. How y'all doing?
How are things in beautiful Southlake, Texas?
It is shining bright today. I'm in the administration building, walking around, tying up things.
So that kind of leads me to my first question. What
Yeah.
have the past couple of weeks been like for you in your world?
It's been crazy in a good way. I mean, it's crazy 3 weeks for our family. Just had a baby boy, our second, and so we're definitely burning at both ends right now. But it's been an exciting time, going through the interview process and meeting people that I haven't seen in a long time, and it's definitely a blessing. It's been awesome.
Just to underline this, so you took a high-profile job as a 29-year-old, and you also just had a baby?
Yeah, we are.
Oh.
We are very blessed, but
that's a word. Tired's also a word.
It's definitely to where my wife's a absolute superstar, and she is holding the fort down for me right now. And told my wife, get on this job. I'm gonna be gone for a little bit. So, but she's doing a great job.
Man, that's boy, yeah. She gets
and we got a 3-year-old at home. So
yeah, she gets whatever she wants for Mother's Day. So I want to ask you, you are obviously the Dodge name is well known in Southlake. You are well known in Southlake, leading them to a 2006 state championship. What have your emotions been like coming back to Southlake?
It's been surreal. It's an absolute blessing, and it's absolute. I'm humbled and privileged. It's a humble experience, and definitely privileged to get this job. I mean, I don't take this responsibility lightly. I understand the expectations here. I understand the pressures here, and just looking forward to it. We've already had 2 days of off season. The kids are flying around. That's the main thing. All this stuff is awesome. Board meeting was great, but my main objective was trying to get in front of those kids as soon as possible, and they've been welcoming, and we've hit the ground running so far.
You mentioned the pressure. This is a high-profile job. This is one of the winningest programs in Texas high school football history.
Mm-hmm.
This is your first head coaching job. How do you handle the pressure that comes with being, your last name could be Smith, and there would be big-time pressure. How does it come? How do you handle the pressure going forward?
I think the main thing is making sure I'm surrounding myself with like-minded men. That's going to be huge. Coach Wasson and that staff did an amazing job. I think on the front end of things is just making sure that staff room is heading in the right direction, and we're in the same boat together, going the same speed and speaking the same language to these kids, because I can't do it on my own. I mean, there's no head football coach in the state of Texas that's won a lot of ball games that didn't have a very good staff and a dynamic staff. So that's going to be key, absolutely, and making sure I get the right men in the room.
You guys are – obviously Southlake Carroll has been in the news lately because of the Hal Wasson situation. I'm interested, how closely did you follow the situation there at Southlake? And overall, at a time when kind of the community seems maybe a little bit fractured, what can you do to help heal the community?
I think being around, going around, and I mean, that's genuine for me. I'm a relationship person. I just went to one of the middle schools this morning. Planning on going to the 9-10 center of the high school in a little bit. Just go talk to kids and talk to teachers, building those relationships. And with the situation here, I've stayed out of it. I don't need to know all the details. That's not my job, or that's not my place. And obviously, it's been in the news, and I know it's been tough for the district. But I told the kids this morning, we're not going to take any false steps. We're going to keep moving forward, and we're not going to look back. And that's the main goal right now is to move forward. And I think that it starts with me. I got to be positive, and make sure these kids understand, and this community, how much I care about this place. And I know there's a lot of people that are that were capable of doing this job, but this place is special, and it means the world to me. So.
We're talking with Riley Dodge, the new head coach of the Southlake Carroll Dragons here on Texas Football Today. Get involved in the conversation, #TF Today. Coach, you mentioned you wanted to get in front of your kids and talk with them. When you did get an opportunity to address your team, what was your message for them?
It's, that's what I told you earlier. Privileged. It's an absolute honor. I mean, you know, some kids have dreams of certain occupations, and I grew up in a field house. That's all I've wanted to do since I was 5 years old. Being around my dad's staff. It's not just my dad; it's the men that he's had on his staff throughout the years, guys that are my mentors, guys that I constantly have conversations with that have really helped me out through this process. But what I told those guys is I've sat in those seats. I've been in the same field house they're currently in. It's a little bit different. I know this program like the back of my hand, and if they just trust me and get on my hip and follow, we'll do great things. And I told them I got their back. I got their back. I'll protect them. To me, if you can get a group of guys together and you're super intentional about how you treat the kids, they'll do whatever you want. And that's my makeup. I'm all about them and whatever I can do to make them better football players and better people in the community.
Coach, one of the things that's interesting about your staff, you're adding a guy that is well known around the DFW and around the state, and Steve Lineweaver, of course, his fantastic run there at Euless Trinity. What does he bring to your staff that's going to be so important?
Knowledge. I don't know what other word to use. He's wise. Can be a great sounding board, not just for me, for other coaches. He's forgotten more football than I will ever know. And he has been in unbelievable games, situations. It's just gonna be great. It's gonna be great for the program. It's gonna be great for the kids. For someone like him to come out of retirement and give up his time, and it's not about money. It's not about titles. It's about helping these kids in Southlake and helping my staff. And very, very selfless human being. And I can't wait to get him a part of it.
You've had you mentioned you grew up in a field house and coaching's been in your blood. Of course, your father Todd Dodge down there at Westlake. We can talk about whenever we want to schedule a Carroll Westlake game. We can talk about that. A little bit. But you've learned from a lot. You were an assistant at Texas and at A&M, and most recently you were an offensive coordinator at Justin Northwest. How much of your coaching style do you think is just going to be a hybrid of all of those influences that you've had in your early career?
Surely. I've picked up from a lot of different people. I think the biggest mistake I can make on the front end of this thing is being someone that I'm not. Mm-hmm. And, obviously growing up in the same household as my dad, I'm not my dad, and I'm not going to try to be my dad. If I try to be my dad, then it's going to be a train wreck. That's just not going to happen. But I will say, the blueprint, how you structure a program, absolutely. I've seen it work, and it's been pretty successful at several different places. And, the Matt Browns of the role, Charlie Strong's, Kevin Sumlin's, Major Applewhite's, Jerry Stanford that's at Texas High, Bill Poe. I can go on and on. Todd Ford, Tug Stevens at Rowlett, Clayton George's. Travis Pride at Byron. Guys that I've been around and fortunate enough to be around that I can lean on, in certain situations. Very thankful that I have those type of connections and relationships.
It's Riley Dodge of Southlake Carroll joining us here. And Coach, I know you're busy. You got a lot of stuff going on. You got a newborn to get home to at some point as well. But I do want to ask you, since 2001, when Southlake Carroll has made the playoffs, all the players have bleached their hair. You did it.
Easy.
In your run. Sir, I'm a journalist. I have to ask the hard-hitting questions. Nobody could expect Todd Dodge to dye his hair, right? And nobody could expect Hal Wasson, with his fantastic head of hair, to dye
Silver
his
fox
hair.
That he was.
But Riley Dodge, if you make the playoffs, are we going to see a blonde-headed coach on the sideline?
Yeah, that's a negative. I don't know. What do they call my generation now?
We're millennials.
I think I'm an old soul at heart, and that will not be happening.
Would your wife have your head?
Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely probably couldn't come home. But yeah, those bleach blonde days are definitely past me.
Okay.
But I hope to have a bunch of kids, about 120 of them, like that every year. So
yeah, you're happy to provide the bleach. You just won't
no doubt.
be. You won't
No
be,
doubt. Absolutely.
He's Riley Dodge. He's the new head coach of the Southlake Carroll Dragons. Follow him on Twitter at Coach R. Dodge. Coach, really appreciate your time. Congratulations again on the gig, and best of luck in the offseason and down the road.
I appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me.
There he goes, Riley Dodge, head coach, Southlake Carroll. I had to ask. I'm sorry.
Oh, you have to.
Because again, like, he's the first one who's in that kind of that range.
Let's talk about it.
He's done it as a player.
Right.
He's used to it. He probably still has some bleach laying around. But I appreciate that if Mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy.
That's true.
Yeah, it's an exciting time there in Carroll, and I understand. I think that's one of the details, and I'm glad you.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure it was confirmed. We knew for a couple of weeks that it might be possible if he got the job, but it's official and he's joining, and I think it's a great hire.
Yeah, Steve Lineweaver joining the staff here, Carroll, and you talk about a guy who, he used the word sounding board.
Yeah,
and that's yes, of course, his father Todd Dodge is going to be a sounding board.
Yeah,
but
a little different.
It's a little different.
Yeah.
And you're going to have a guy in Steve Lineweaver who could really help him kind of get his feet underneath him as far as running a program is concerned. So excited to see what the Todd or the Riley Dodge. Wow.
Technically, his name is Todd, so
yeah,
it's all right.
Riley
you
Dodge.
can get away with that slip.
But the Riley Dodge Carroll Dragons look like. We appreciate Coach Dodge.
Yeah, we definitely need to get that Westlake game going, right? They played a couple years ago, so it's not like it's not.
Look,
come on.
I'm just saying.
The Dodge Bowl.
That'd be great. And can you imagine if Riley won?
Oh
my God. Anyway, appreciate Coach Riley Dodge hopping on with us.